Hello everybody, so today I will talk about calculus. The topic today is about application of integration. So now I will show you how to answer. First, we need to wrap the function in here. So I will wrap about y equal to ln(x) first. The wrap should be like this. Now, if we put the absolute value in here, so the wrap of this one, they will go like this. The area of the negative in here, they will go to positive. So they should be like this. That's it from here. Now, they will go to positive. So, this is about the image of the negative in here. So I just draw just like this. And now we have y equal to number 1. That is somewhere in here. So we just ignore about this one because this is about negative. Now we need to find the intersection in here and here. This is about number 1 because ln of number 1 you got about 0. So when y equal to number 1, this is about negative area, so we will have about negative ln(x). So we put negative number 1 go to the left, and we put e for the both side. And this one we have 1 over e. This one we have s. So this intersection in here, that should be about 1 over e. And now we need to find another intersection in here. That's about number 1 with ln(x). So we put e for the both side. And this one you got about e. And this one you got about s. And this one that's about e. And now, after we find all these intersection in here, we can set up about the integral. We have the integral from 1 over e to number 1, because we divide this one into 2 area in here. The first one, I will put about the green one in here. And the second one, I will put about the blue one. So we see that this graph is about negative ln(x), number 1 above negative ln(x). So we will have about 1 minus negative ln(x). And this is the area of the green one. Now let's go to the blue one. We have the integration from number 1 to e, and number 1 is above the curve in here. So we have the integration from 1 to e, and we will have about 1 minus ln(x) ds. And now we need to calculate about this one. So for the first one, negative with negative, we have positive. So I will find the integration of ln(x). So we need to use about integration by parts. So we will have about u equal to ln s. If we do first derivative for the both sides, we have the s over s. dv, we have the s, and this one we have v equals to s. We have u multiplied by v minus du multiplied by v. So we have s divided by s. So you got about ds. So this one we have s ln s minus s, and we put about c. So this one we will have about the integration of number 1, we have s, the integration of ln s, we have this one in here. So s minus s, so you just got about s ln s, and we put the bounds from 1 or from 1 over e to number 1. So we put number 1 going here, and 1 over e going here. This one you got about 0 because ln number 1 you got about 0. So this one we have 1 over e. That's about e to the power of negative number 1. So negative number 1 go outside with the negative, you got about positive. So we have 1 over e ln e. And we know that ln e is equal to number 1. So we just have 1 over e. Now let's go to the second one. So this one we will have s, because we have the negative, so we have negative s ln s. Negative with negative s in here, we have positive s. We have 2s. So we put e going here, number 1 going here. This one you got about 0 because ln number 1 is about 0. ln e you got about e. ln e you got about 1, sorry. 2e minus e, we have e. And now we have the total area in here. That's e about 1 over e plus e minus number 2. And this is the final answer we need to find in here. This is the end. Thank you for watching.